Unlike the sudden storm, this loss arrived like a creeping dusk, a slow, inexorable dimming of a cherished light, the slow fade of a loved one succumbing to the relentless siege of a long illness is a different kind of heartbreak, a protracted farewell that stretches out over weeks, months, sometimes years. It's a journey walked alongside them, a path paved with a unique blend of hope and despair, of tender moments interwoven with the stark reality of impending separation. Each day brought its own small battles, its own quiet surrenders. The rhythm of life changes, dictated by medication schedules, doctor's appointments, and the fluctuating waves of their strength and frailty. You become a caregiver, a role you never auditioned for, yet one you embrace with a fierce, protective love. There's a strange intimacy in these moments, bathing them, feeding them, holding their hand through the long nights. These acts of service, born of necessity, become profound expressions of devotion, a language spoken when words fail or become too painful to utter. The world outside the sick room often fades into insignificance. There are bittersweet moments, islands of lucidity and connection in a sea of decline. A shared smile over an old memory, a moment of clarity where their spirit shines through the fog of illness, a whispered, "I love you," that carries the weight of a lifetime. These become precious jewels, hoarded and cherished, reminders of the person they were, the person they still are, beneath the ravages of their affliction. But these moments are often tinged with the sorrow of knowing they are fleeting like fireflies in the twilight, beautiful but ephemeral. The daily struggles are a quiet agony, watching them wince in pain, seeing their frustration at their own failing body, witnessing the gradual erosion of their independence. These are tiny daggers to the heart, repeated day after day. There's a weariness that settles deep in your bones, a fatigue that isn't just physical, but emotional and spiritual. You learn to live with a constant low hum of anxiety, of vigilance for any change, any sign that the end is drawing nearer. The anticipation of loss becomes a heavy cloak, one you can never truly shrug off. And then there's the haunting anticipation, the knowledge of what's coming. It's a strange, suspended state, living in the shadow of an inevitable goodbye. You find yourself grieving for them, even while they are still with you, mourning the future you won't share, the conversations you'll never have, the laughter that will one day be only a memory. This anticipatory grief is a complex, lonely burden, often misunderstood by those who haven't walked this path. It's a silent preparation for a storm you know is on the horizon. The slow fade allows for goodbyes, for things to be said, for affairs to be put in order, but it also prolongs the pain, stretching the cord of connection until it is almost unbearably thin. You oscillate between wanting it to be over, for their suffering to cease, and desperately wishing for more time, just one more day, one more hour. This internal conflict adds another layer to the sorrow, a guilt that whispers in the quiet moments, even though you know it's the illness, not your wishes, that dictates the timeline. When the final moment comes, it is often a strange mix of profound sadness and a quiet, almost reluctant relief. Relief that their suffering has ended, relief that the long vigil is over. But this relief is quickly followed by a new wave of grief, the grief of actual absence. The silence in the room is different now, heavier, more permanent. The slow fade has concluded, the light has finally gone out, and you are left in the darkness, clutching the memories, the love, and the enduring ache of their long, slow departure.